Chapter 4 Comparison between Buddha and Karl Marx. Taking the points from the Marxian creed which have survived, one may now enter upon a comparison between the Buddha and Karl Marx. On the first point, that the function of philosophy is to reconstruct the world and not to waste its time in explaining the origin of the world, there is complete agreement between the Buddha and Karl Marx. To show how close is the agreement, I quote below a part of the dialogue between Buddha and the Brahmin Pottapada. Then, in the same terms, Pottapada asked the Buddha each of the following questions. Is the world not eternal? Is the world finite? Is the world infinite? Is the soul same as the body? Is the soul one thing and the body another? Does one who has gained the truth live again after death? Does he neither live again nor not live again after death? And to each question the Exalted One made the same reply. It was this: that too, Pottapada, is a matter on which I have expressed no opinion. But why has the Exalted One expressed no opinion on that? Because this question is not calculated to profit. It is not concerned with the Dhamma. It does not redound even to the elements of right conduct, nor to detachment, nor to purification from lust, nor to quietude, nor to tranquilization of heart, nor to real knowledge, nor to the insight of the higher states of the path, nor to nirvana. Therefore it is that I express no opinion upon it. On the second point, that there is a conflict of interest between class and class, I give below a quotation from a dialogue between Buddha and Pasenadi, king of Kosala. Moreover, there is always strife going on between kings, between nobles, between Brahmins, between householders, between mother and son, between son and father, between brother and sister, between sister and brother, between companion and companion. Although these are the words of Pasenadi, the Buddha did not deny that they formed a true picture of society. As to the Buddha's own attitude towards class conflict, his doctrine of Ashtanga Marga recognizes that class conflict exists and that it is the class conflict which is the cause of misery. On the third point, that private ownership of property brings power to one class and sorrow to another through exploitation, I quote from the same dialogue of Buddha with Pottapada. Then, what is it that the Exalted One has determined? To which the Buddha answered, I have expounded, Pottapada, that sorrow and misery exist. I have expounded what is the origin of misery. I have expounded what is the cessation of misery. I have expounded what is the method by which one may reach the cessation of misery. To which Pottapada asked, and why has the Exalted One put forth a statement as to that? The Buddha answered, because that question, Pottapada, is calculated to profit. It is concerned with the Dhamma. It redounds to the beginnings of right conduct, to detachment, to purification from lusts, to quietude, to tranquilization of heart, to real knowledge, to the insight of the higher stages of the path, and to nirvana. Therefore is it, Pottapada, that I have put forward a statement as to that. The language that Buddha uses is different, but the meaning is the same. If for misery one reads exploitation, Buddha is not away from Marx. On the question of private property, the following extract from a dialogue between Buddha and Ananda is very illuminating. In reply to a question by Ananda, the Buddha said, "I have said that avarice is because of possession. Now, in what way that is so, Ananda, is to be understood after this manner. Where there is no possession of any sort or kind, whatever, by anyone or anything, then there being no possession whatever, would there, owing to this cessation of possession, be any appearance of avarice? There would not, Lord. Wherefore, Ananda, just that is the ground, the basis, the genesis, the cause of avarice, to wit, possession." Then Buddha continues, "I have said that tenacity is the cause of possession. Now, in what way that is so, Ananda, is to be understood after this manner. Were there no tenacity of any sort or kind, whatever shown by anyone with respect to anything, then there being whatever, would there, owing to this cessation of tenacity, be any appearance of possession? There would not, Lord. Wherefore, Ananda, just that is the ground, the basis, the genesis, the cause of possession, to wit, tenacity." On the fourth point, that it is necessary for the good of society that the sorrow be removed by the abolition of private property, no evidence is necessary. The rules of the Bhikshu Sangha will serve as the best testimony on the subject. According to the rules, a bhikkhu can have private property only in the following 8 articles and no more. These 8 articles are 3 robes or pieces of cloth for daily wear, a girdle for the loins, an alms bowl, a razor, a needle, a water strainer. Further, a bhikkhu was completely forbidden to receive gold or silver for fear that, with gold or silver, he might buy something beside the 8 things he is permitted to have. These rules are far more rigorous than are to be found in communism in Russia.